the month has once again come to an end. So now it is time for the monthly Furry Informer. Paramount Pictures released the first trailer to the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that now features the new design of the character. The redesign was in response to the largely negative feedback that Paramount had received from both fans and critics alike regarding the poorly produced image of the iconic character, with fans denoting a complete lack in attention to detail to the character's more obvious features. Fans were outraged that they depicted Sonic in his original look without his signature white gloves, gave him white body fur instead of yellow, and gave him more realistic, human-like facial features instead of his more beloved, cartoonish features. Basically removing a lot of the characteristics that people had loved about the character were taken away with this redesign. And because of it, the first look, along with its trailer, was met with largely negative feedback. In light of the response, Sonic director Jeff Fowler, in agreement with Paramount and Sega, went back to the drawing board with his VFX team, and they began to redesign Sonic. Despite the redesign costing Paramount a reported $5 million to produce, and delaying the film's release from November 8, 2019, all the way up to February 2020, the new redesign was met with largely positive feedback from the general public, with fans noting the now apparent attention to detail, giving back Sonic his beloved cartoonish features. As well as in the process, the film has managed to now generate a great deal of publicity through Paramount's decision to recreate the character based on the public response, as well as the negative feedback it received from the character's first design. Now, according to an interview with Tyson Hayes, a leading artist from the Sonic comic book series, as well as being one of the lead animators to the Sonic Mania opening, he states that Paramount's original decision to make Sonic the way he looked the first time was based on a desire to test out and break in new and advancing computer animations that would allow creatures to look even more lifelike when against a live-action backdrop. Largely due to the fact that they decided to do this on a famously recognized cartoonish character is what most likely brought a lot of the negative feedback in. If this had been a completely original character, to say nothing that's well known in the minds of the general public, it probably wouldn't have been met with as big of a backlash. However, in the process, yes, may not have been as successful of a film, having not been based on an already established franchise. But still, it's no wonder it received its negative feedback to begin with. As we know, the decision to make the character more lifelike angered fans, not only in the video game community, but in the furry fandom as well. You can't deny that Sonic has played a huge part in the development of the modern furry fandom. So a lot of furries saw their beloved anthropomorphic Blue Hedgehog be robbed of his beloved cartoonish image. It's no surprise that members in the fandom were so passionate to let their voices be heard. The redesign has now made many a believer in the film's success, with many people stating that they will now go see the film, it brings them more nostalgia to the classic Sonic character they knew, and that it overall fits better with the movie, being a more comedic movie in nature. Now, whether the film itself will be a hit or not is only a matter of time. However, you know, whether the film is a success or not, Paramount will once again gladly be listening to the feedback, as we have clearly seen they've done before. The fandom saw another first for this month as the first annual Furry Film Festival took place on November 17th, live on Twitch, hosted by Chrono Wolf and featuring a panel of various furry YouTubers and streamers. The festival saw a max viewership of more than 300 viewers watching live at one point, and featured 9 short films, displaying a mix of both live-action and animated short films that displayed not only a knowledge of film education, but also a sensitivity to storytelling. Just wait till the Just for Fun review on this one. The festival saw Kanan McGuffin sweeping half the awards at the festival, winning for both Best Character and Best Story for his short film Self-Help. Animator Hannah Smith winning for Best Visual Effects for his short film Now, and Cheros White winning for Best Overall Short Film for his short Little Wings. This festival not only helped display the creative film prowess of furries, but also helped to expand on the many ways furries can express themselves in this ever-accepting and creatively welcoming community. Lastly, this month saw the 14th in a long-standing tradition of an event that is quite different from any other furry convention or gathering. The 2019 Furry Cruise took place from November 3rd to the 10th, where furries set sail on the Norwegian Escape and went from New York all the way up to the Royal Navy dockyards in Bermuda. The Furry Cruises have been a yearly, reoccurring event that has taken place within the fandom since 2005, making it one of the longest-running non-convention events, as well as most likely being the longest furry event that takes place at sea. Despite its longevity, the event is usually held in small numbers, with only an average of about 17 attendees per year, and that's just based on various estimates. The 2020 Furry Cruise is set to take place sometime around November 7th and is set to sail in Miami, where passengers will be porting in places such as Puerto Plata, St. Thomas Tortola, and the Great Stirrup Key. The cruise is like any other, offering furries a chance to get together for fun and enjoyment, only expanding on that concept and offering a trip to the beach, exploration of new and exotic places, trying new and exotic foods, sea travel, and the one thing any furry gathering, event, or convention does best: bringing people together to share, enjoy, and celebrate a beloved common interest. That's the month for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.